Massive greetings in the name of the Most High. This is Daddy Reds for Daddy Reds Promotions, and this is African African. On this episode, Dr. Arikana, she's going to discuss a digital currency and how we really need to stick together as Africans. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, give a comment, show that you care. This is African African.
We are here to say once and for all, insanity no more. We are here to say, as children of Africa, as descendants of the most amazing ancestors out of Africa, we are here to say, enough is enough. For whatever reason, we seem to have failed to come together for the purposes of our sheer survival, just like other groups of people have done. And I want to highlight those of us living in the United States, which is the melting pot. With the exception of the American Indians, everyone in this country is an immigrant. So as such, using the US as an example, ask for the voices of the Chinese diaspora loud and clear. Ask for the voices of the Mexican American diaspora, the Indian Americans, the Irish Americans, the German Americans, Italian Americans. Their voices in this wonderful country of the United States are very loud and clear. The voices which are missing, however, are the voices of us Black people. When you ask for the voices of Black people, you might as well go to the graveyard because we are missing in action. Why? We were intentionally put to sleep. We're intentionally made to believe that which we represent as Black people, that which we represent as Africans is not good, is unacceptable, is not desirable, and should be shunned away from. This process of brainwashing us started long before the children of Africa were taken out of Africa as slaves. The settlers set out to make us believe that which is African was not good, and that which was European was better. For how long, my brothers and sisters, are we going to continue to believe in this lie? For how long? What is it going to take for us Black people to wake up? Look around us. You see what others are doing. Are you comfortable continuing to be the most disrespected race on earth simply because of the color of your skin? Last time I checked, the ability to produce melanin was not a crime. The ability to produce melanin is not a crime. Why then are we Black people the most disrespected race? The real bigger question is, why haven't we done something about it? Why have we normalized the abnormal? Why have we normalized the abnormal? Are you comfortable living this world the way it is for your children, your grandchildren, and generations to come? I hope the answer is absolutely not. And this is why we are here today, my brothers and sisters, to say enough is enough. That we know we are the most intelligent, beautiful, sophisticated, highly adaptable, and totally indestructible humans. The mothers and fathers of humanity as we know it. We will no longer allow ourselves to be disrespected. We're going to let the world know that we're just as smart as anybody else. That we will not allow anyone to look down upon us, and also we will not allow ourselves to be looked down upon us. That no one is superior to us. No one is more intelligent than us. And we, this generation, we are going to make sure we pave the way so our children can live in a better world and be ready to compete and be treated fairly around the world, and nothing to do with their skin is going to get in the way. And for that to happen, we have to come together, stand up and speak with one voice, just like others have done. And for you to successfully do that, you must understand that not only are you sick at home, not only are you in a doctor's office waiting room, not only are you in the hospital, in the wards, but rather you are in the intensive care, sick from the disease of the legacy of slavery and the legacy of colonization. First, we must understand that we are sick. You see, you don't go to look for a doctor if you don't think you're sick. Let's accept the reason we have been unable to stand up and push back against these abuses being meted to us, particularly in this day, because we know better. It's because we're suffering from these two ailments. We must heal from them. And once we are healed and we know who we are, that we can stand up tall on the tallest mountain and proclaim to the world that we are the proud Africans, then and only then can we begin to undo the damage that has been done to us, because at the end of the day, the problem is with us. The problem is with the image in the mirror. And that's why we need to talk about where that healing needs to begin. Each and every one of us must have that serious conversation with the image in the mirror. Ask yourself, why do I think the way I do? Why do I not trust my brother? Why do I not believe in that which my brother has started? And that is why we are here today, my brothers and sisters, to ask ourselves the question. I know there are many young, bright minds out there, great inventions, but we're not supporting each other. We are waiting for others to support them. The only problem is they take it. They take our creations. We have a young person who have developed a robot in Nigeria today. I'm just waiting to see when are we going to come together and support that young man and make sure that robot that's giving out medications in Nigeria needs to be all over the continent. Are we prepared to support that young man? Are we going to wait for somebody else to buy that technology from him for peanuts? That's why we are here today, my brothers and sisters. We have two of our very own that have come up with great ideas that must be shared. A month ago, we brought to you another young man, a medical doctor, but also an IT guru, who spent the past 10 years working on a platform that he's now calling Social Africa. There are many of you doing similar platforms. They have similar platforms that we don't know about you. We haven't heard about you. And that's why you're going to be taken advantage of. Well, we brought you Social Africa. The choice is yours. Do you want to continue with WhatsApp, or you're going to support one of your own? The choice is yours. Ours is to say, guess what? This is what one of your brothers is doing. We hope you will support him. Our own platform. You see, the Chinese have their own. The Indians have their own. Why can't we have our own as Africans? Between the Africans on the continents and the Africans in the diaspora, you're looking at about 1.7 billion people. Why can't we support that which we begin? This is what ADDR is saying. We got some of the brightest minds out there, and we must support them. And the healing that I'm talking about, it starts with you telling yourself, I know I can support Brother Otis of Social Africa. I know I can support Brother Abu of the Cybersecurity Academy. I know we can support the Odusu coin and many others that are coming up. All we gotta do is believe in ourselves and in each other. Are we all going to be perfect? Absolutely not. But just because there are a few among us who may not do the right thing doesn't mean we should all abandon the concept of coming together, the spirit of Ubuntu. No, that's who we are from the beginning. We worked together. We believed in each other. We understood the importance of unity. What happened to us, my brothers and sisters, my children, some of you? What happened to us? Let's stop the insanity. And this is where we come together to say no more Albert Einstein's definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. This is a new day. And our Africa is calling. So today, you're going to be hearing from two of our very own. They're going to be sharing with you bright ideas. And I hope all of you, by the time we finish this program, will make a commitment to support them. And I hope for those of you who are listening out there, if you got an idea that you need to share with your brothers and sisters, please bring it on. We want to share it. This is time for Africa, my brothers and sisters. This moment is our moment. We must come together. We don't have a choice. Plain and simple. So if your little mind is trying to tell you that you can't believe in anything a black person does, go back and talk to that image in the mirror. Go back and remind yourself what you're going to tell your children 20 years from now. When they ask you, grandmother, grandpa, what did you do about the problems of black people? What did you do about the problems of Africa? Are you willing to say, well, grandson, granddaughter, we did nothing, really? With everything you know and everything that we are capable of doing when we come together, it will be shameful, completely shameful. I would hope that we will be the generation that will put an end to this insanity. May this deliberation give us the results that we need. And may we all make a commitment to embark on a journey of self-healing and self-discovery. That process starts with the conversation with the image in the mirror. Thank you, Brother Jote. I'm looking forward to this wonderful program.
Thank you, Ambassador. I'm slowly learning how to take the overwhelming feeling of speaking right after the ambassador with some grace and humility. But you all have heard it very loud and clear. Ambassador will be speaking at the end.
Wonderful. Thank you again, everyone, for staying with us. I know this has been a long program. We appreciate Dr. Adu. We appreciate Brother Bright for also coming in and bringing us these wonderful programs and initiatives that are going to go a long way in helping us in creating what I'm calling our own African ecosystem. There are 1.7 billion of us, and we need to stop being consumers of other people's ideas. We need to transition from being workers, from being consumers, to being owners. And that means in anything that we do, let's commit to supporting each other. The only way that we are going to succeed is when we support each other. When Bright and Odua Coin get the success that Bitcoin has had, we now have one of our own who can help us also in coming together, in pulling the funds that we need to fund ourselves in the various projects that we're going to find ourselves involved in. So it's all about pulling our financial resources together. Let's not forget about that. So once again, I'm going to echo out, if there are any other diaspora with ideas, projects that you're working on that you'd like to share with other diaspora, please come to ADDI. This is where we come together so we can organize for the purposes of going home to Africa in a united way. United, we are a formidable force. 1.7 billion people. We don't need to go outside us. It is really just that simple. Others are too busy coming to us because they realize how powerful we are as a people together. But when we are united, they cannot infiltrate us. When we are united, they cannot take advantage of us. But because they know we are not united, it's easy for them to exploit us. They look to us to be the consumers of their products. They look to us to be the workers for what they own. That has got to change. Particularly now, with the African Continental Free Trade Area, it is calling for us to unite and go home and own what is in Africa. Yes, we want to build brick houses. Let's make sure that we also own the brickyard. We want to make our own clothes. Let's make sure we own the textile mill. We want to fly in planes throughout our Africa, but let's also build the airports. Let's own the airport. Let's own the airline. Let's build the railway line. Let's own the railway line. Let's not be satisfied by the fact that we have a train that we can ride from Cape Town to Cairo. Who owns it? we must own that railway line. Let's not be happy just being a conductor of that train. Let's not be happy just be having a job. I know for too many of us, we think we have a job, a car and a home, and we think we've arrived. Far from it, far from it. That is not the way it is in other communities. It's about ownership that is expected, where we are the owners and we know we are raising our children to be the next owners. And they know they're going to grow up and also be the ones that raise their children to be the next owners. But to be perpetually workers and consumers from ourselves to generations and to perpetuity, that is not sustainable anymore. ADDI is saying we can do better. We can build generational wealth. And what we have presented to you today is the beginning of building that generational wealth. And so we're hoping that everybody can be of the mindset that this time is time for Africa. And that means you and I must commit to supporting each other. Don't be disappointed by the few among us who may disappoint us. Let's make no mistake about it. No community is perfect. No society is perfect. There will be some that will disappoint us. In any community, in any village, there will be thieves in that village. There will be crooked people in that village. But we don't stop doing the right thing because a few among us are going to disappoint us. Let's stay focused. Let's keep our eye on the ball. This time is about financial empowerment. Let's pool our financial resources together. I hope all of you can join us in supporting our $1 million campaign. We're looking to raise $1 million. And with that $1 million, we're going to initiate a fund that's going to help us support a lot of the other projects that we want to support for the diaspora to get involved in Africa. We are in contact with various governments to make sure that we get a presentation of all the projects that are coming out of their countries. So we are hoping beginning April, we're going to be offering you twice a month opportunities that we would have packaged that we would like for diaspora or recommend for diaspora to get involved in. I can tell you, I'm with a brother with the mining. I get so upset when I see how much money others are making out of Africa, and yet we, the African diaspora, are together with our brothers and sisters on the continent, have no clue as to what's really going on. So be on the lookout for more programs coming up from ADDI, where we are always going to be telling you what is really going on, and that at the end of the day, the focus should be unity, 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 unity of purpose. I will summarize by saying, 1 million diaspora with $1,000, that is 1 million diaspora with $85 a month for a year. We can be sitting on a fund with $1 billion. Now let's make it 2 million people with $85 a month. Now let's make it 2 million people, $85 a month, year in, year out. You can see very quickly in like 5 years, we could be sitting on a fund with billions of dollars. That is how the Jews did it after Holocaust. 1945, 13 Jewish men met in a library in Tel Aviv. They didn't even have a building to meet. But the decisions, the discussions that they started on that day are the discussions that has given us, that have given them the Israel that they have today, the strong, powerful Jewish diaspora that they have today. There are only 15 million Jewish diaspora. Many will never set foot on the continent of Israel, on the country of Israel, but they will always support Israel. That is the spirit this moment is calling for. Mother Africa is calling. I do hope that you all will answer that call. Thank you. Forgot to make one little comment. I think both you and I, we forgot. ADDI is going to start the Adopt an African Youth Program, and we're going to start with supporting 5 African youth. We will work with organizations, diaspora organizations that are working with the youth. So if you happen to be a diaspora organization that is working with youth in Africa, we only have 5 for now. We're going to support 5 to start the program. And we're hoping that as we get more people donating to our youth program, we'll support more and more youth out of Africa with our $1,000. So ADDI is starting with 5. If you are one of us with working with youth in Africa, please reach out to us, because right now we're starting with a clean slate. We don't have a single youth that we have identified, but we're putting it out to you. If you're one of the first ones, with the youth that you recommend, that you've been working with, we'll be happy to talk to you. And that program is going to be led by both Brother Jote and Sister Amira. Thank you.
All right, that's very powerful from Dr. Arikana. I have to say, we all have to search within ourselves to do the right thing as Africans. Since I am Daddy Reds, I'm the reggae ambassador, and I will always cause a musical massacre. Dread out for now. African.